Hey everybody, welcome to the first episode of the Third Floor Pool podcast. I'm your co-host Swan, and this is my other co-host, Electro. Say hi, Electro.
What's good?
What is good? That is the question. Uh,
Nothing's really good right now, to be
yeah,
honest, since we're all isolated.
yeah, everything's gone to crap. Like, we can't do anything. I can't go out and get my Taco Bell. That's the
Oh,
big problem, man.
yeah, man.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I mean, like, schools are canceled, everything's canceled. Like,
Yeah, that's the worst. I miss school, and I know that's weird to say, but, yeah, I really do miss school.
like school, I understand. I hate it, like doing all the actual work and stuff. But
Yeah.
honestly, being there, that's the fun shit. Like talking with friends,
Yeah.
hanging out there.
Yeah, exactly. Like, our fourth period class is really fun.
Yeah.
Like, I enjoy being in that
Oh
class.
yeah, yeah. That's a fun class. Speaking of which, I was just doing some work in that class before.
Did you not finish the one from last week?
No, I did that one. I did that one, but I was doing it for Max because he wanted the answers.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. All
Of
right.
course it did.
Well, to get on with the podcast and everything, today we're going to be talking about conspiracy theories. The absurd ones, such as today with the whole coronavirus conspiracy theories about how it's a
Yeah.
man-made thing to kill people, such like that, population control. Um,
Yeah.
my opinion on it, it's just a disease. Everyone's stressing about it. What do you think, Electra?
Well, to be honest, I have been taking it quite seriously because I do have some of something that could be like I'm prone to it because I obviously have asthma and but to be honest, my thoughts on it is kind of weird because you know how you've been hearing about a bunch of like actors and stuff dying from complications with COVID-19. It's kind of weird because people are saying like most actors are getting paid to say that they have like COVID-19, and I don't know. It doesn't seem like um, everyone actually has it. They're just trying to say they have it to get more publicity.
Yeah, yeah, I totally agree with you. Like, Tom Hanks, for example,
Yeah,
he said he had COVID-19 before like the whole thing got really crazy. He was down in Australia shooting a movie down there with
yeah,
his wife, and so they're both in quarantine for 2 weeks because supposedly they have it. But then,
yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
but then a paparazzi they saw him outside, so we don't know.
Yeah,
But the main point of this, we aren't really going to talk about COVID-19 because that's happening right now. We don't want to get into anything political or crazy like
yeah,
that.
exactly.
Um, but
I mean, we did kind of speak about our like school boards and shit like that,
yeah,
but that's
that will
not
be
really
for another
too
time.
bad.
Um,
Yeah.
so in this one, I want to kind of play a game with Electro, see how he knows his conspiracies and everything. I'm gonna list off a few conspiracy theories and then see if he knows the answers to them. So,
Yeah, this is gonna go very
all
well.
right, this one's going to be an easy one, straight up. Okay, so you know how some people believe in some really strange things, such as with Mark Zuckerberg and other government officials, that they are actually reptilian people or aliens. Um,
Yeah.
do you think that this is true?
Uh, to be honest, no. It just seems really out of ordinary. I don't think that. I think people are just taking it too seriously because he's been called out for stealing data from people using Facebook and stuff like that. But Um, no, I really don't believe that.
Yeah, good. Because if you did, I would slap you through your computer. That is a fake conspiracy. Everyone believes it, but uh, the reason why it's all fake, everyone usually has a blood test or something, some point in their life to know
Yeah.
what type they are. I'm pretty sure if you have a blood test and it comes back with, oh, you're a reptile, I don't think you'd be able to come back into the country or something. They probably put you in Area 51. Speaking of which,
Yeah.
do you believe Area 51 holds aliens?
Um, I don't know. That's a tough question. Uh, I have believed it before, but up to this point, since I'm a little older now, and I've kind of like ranged from like believing it was, I don't believe there is, but I believe there is a lot of things that the American government is like hiding from not just the Americans, but like everyone globally, like what's happening there, like what they're keeping captive inside of um, like plants and like all that they have at the Area 51.
Yeah, I believe that. Like, I feel like there was probably an extraterrestrial like crash or something nearby, and because they're the
Yeah,
closest military base at the time, they probably took it, brought it in before like any uh, civilians could see it. Because if you're a civilian and you see some extraterrestrial, not all extraterrestrials going to be like, take me to your leader, peace or something. Like, I, it's
yeah,
far out, but like
exactly.
people are probably like, oh my god, they might kill us or something. The government, I would say,
Yeah,
if it did happen, it's all right that they're keeping it a secret, but no, I believe that Area 51's just a Air Force base because it just seems the most real thing. I don't believe that it's a giant sanctuary for aliens and such because people
yeah,
September 20th or 21st, I forget which day it was, when everyone was going to raid it. There's no way in
yeah,
hell that they couldn't tell that it was an Air Force base. Um, there's a reason
yeah.
you can't fly over it, all that stuff. But
Well, yeah, it's like that with every military base. Like, you can't fly over every military base because that's actually against the law, apparently. But like, I understand because like they're trying to keep captive of like plans that they have like in the future. Like, say, it's like the whole. I'm not trying to get all political and everything, but like the whole North Korea and stuff, and how they were trying to kill a bunch of Americans and stuff, like by shooting nukes or missiles towards the states. Like, it's like saying like they're trying to keep captive of like what they're trying to plan for the future. So yeah, that's what I kind of
all
think.
right, yeah. This is another conspiracy that a lot of people believe. Me myself, I don't, but government mind control. Do you believe that to be a conspiracy,
Ooh.
like a true one or a fake
um, I don't know that I have believed that before. Obviously, I think everyone has, but no, I don't believe in that because um I don't know. If everyone was like, if they could read our minds or anything like that, then or control our minds, whatever, um, wouldn't they be able to bring like more criminals to justice or whatever like that? Like, it doesn't make sense if they actually could or couldn't.
one? All right. Do you think that they did government mind control or anything, or do you think it's just like another thing too?
Um, no, I don't think they did because um, the government probably doesn't want to spend money because obviously. Well, I'm not gonna go political on them, so I'll just keep it at that.
Well, you're going to be surprised because it's true. The program was known as MK Ultra. It was real.
Oh
The
shit.
CIA started with volunteers.
Oh, I heard
Yeah.
about that. Yeah, yeah.
I think there was one author or something, Ken Kesey. He was in it,
Yeah.
but the the program failed because they overdosed people without them
Yeah.
knowing, and MK Ultra left people mentally disabled. So
Yeah.
it wasn't really a good plan because it messed them up. I
Yeah,
find that
big
kind
time.
of scary that they did that, but at the same time, wow. Um,
Yeah.
okay, so do you believe the government is spying on you?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, that one is true. In 2016, the government agencies sent out about 50,000 requests for user data to Facebook, about 30,000 to Google, and 10,000 to Apple, trying to get anything, any data about anyone, where they live, all that. I find that very concerning because that's violations of privacy, whatever.
Yeah, it's a violation of the like. Well, we live in Canada. That's all I'm gonna say. But it's against our charter rights and freedoms.
Yeah. Okay, what about the moon landing? Do you think the moon landing was fake?
No, I don't think the moon landing was fake. I don't know why people think that it is fake. Like, um, I get that there's been a lot of conspiracy about like all of that, that that there was really no like moon landing, or no one really like has seen Mars or has landed on Mars or anything like that. But no, I don't think it's fake, to be honest. I really have no like reasoning, but like yeah, I don't think it's fake at all.
Yeah, a lot of people feel like the moon landing was fake because when they saw the flag was moving. It had wind, and
Yeah.
there isn't really wind on the moon. At least I don't know. I haven't been there. But yeah, people aren't sure if it's real or not. I think the moon landing was real. I don't know why people would say it's not. I could understand why it's not. It's a big part of history. If
Yeah, exactly.
I was that young, I would like do anything to concern myself to make it feel like it wasn't real because it would just be me. But yeah, I think the moon
Yeah.
landing was real. It wasn't fake or anything. People say that the reflection in the dude's lens on the helmet showed cameras and stuff behind them, or the flag was windy. I don't really care. I
Yeah.
think it's cool nevertheless, real or fake. Um,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah. This one, the Illuminati. What
Ooh.
what do you think about the Illuminati? Do you think that's real or not?
I don't know. I think it is, but I don't think it is. It's like a mixed answer. I really have no preference against it, but I don't really know, to be honest.
Well, the Illuminati does exist. Um,
Yeah.
it but like today, I don't think it does. But historically, yes, it does because that one I did a paper on this in grade 10, I think. Um,
So last year.
yeah, it was I think 1700 in Germany. They made a secret group for anyone that was trying to take down the government called the I think it was Bavarian Illuminati because it was in Bavaria, which is now Germany. Um, it was like along with other secret societies like Freemasonry and parts of the Catholic Church. Those main groups, including Illuminati, were the main reasons for the French Revolution.
Yeah.
They took out everything, and what's funny is one of my friends, uh, her uncle, uh, like is related to the co-founder of the Bavarian Illuminati. The last
Oh
name,
shit.
uh, Knigge, Neig. Um, the co-founder, his name was Adolf Neig, and my friend, I don't want to expose her name or anything because privacy. I gotta be nice. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, it was a real thing. But nowadays, I feel like it's being used for like government corporations trying to gain political power and influence to make a new world order or
Yeah.
something. Just so like they can make it seem like something's happening, stuff like that. Here's another one. The assassination or death of Princess Diana. If you don't really know this one, it's fine. I do because, England. But Princess Diana, in 1997, I think it was, she got into a car crash after going into a tunnel and died. And people think that the Queen staged it because she didn't want anyone from America to become queen. She wanted only English heritage and everything. So, on your opinion, what do you think happened?
I really haven't heard a lot about it, to be honest. But yeah, I don't think it's fake. I think it's real.
You think she was assassinated like it was a setup?
Yeah.
I personally think it was a setup too. There isn't really much proof saying it, but it would make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
But oh crap, I was about to say something. Um, oh yeah. But a lot of conspiracies nowadays, I feel like they're all just, tricks to play with everyone. What do you think about like, do you know any conspiracy theories that you know of that you think are real?
Um, Not off the top of my head, but like as we were like mentioning like right at the beginning of the podcast, like COVID-19, like how um wait, who was it again that was in Australia? I keep forgetting their
Tom
name.
Hanks.
Yeah, Tom Hanks and his wife, how they said that they had COVID-19 and then they were caught out in public by paparazzi.
Hmm.
Like, I think that's one of the big conspiracy theories where like people are getting paid to say that they have it and then like not actually having it.
Yeah.
It's kind of like mind-boggling because like you're like, oh wow, this big actress has like or actor and has it, and his wife does too. Like, oh, they're gonna have to self isolate, quarantine,
Mm.
but then paparazzi comes out and is like, haha, psych, you don't have it.
Yeah, I believe that so much because I feel like coronavirus, they're trying to get everyone in fear because
Yeah.
if you've noticed, everywhere around the world, pollution has gone down. The ozone's being repaired.
Yeah.
Everything's balancing out again, and a lot of the old people are dying, and that's what the government kind of wants because it costs a lot to have old people around.
Yeah.
Because they can't do anything, and there's a lot of them because of the baby boomers. But
Yeah. Exactly.
yeah. But I saw one coronavirus conspiracy. I know I said I wouldn't really talk about it a lot,
No, it's okay.
but I'm trying to think. Okay, I saw one, and it was the government introduced the coronavirus in 2018, right? But Bill Gates was somehow responsible for it. And it was oh, I'm trying to think out. But the disease was supposedly planned, and Bill Gates started a new foundation called the Pirbright Foundation, and supposedly that was so they could study livestock disease and create new diseases. When I heard this, it was kind of
Yeah.
like, that sounds dumb. Why would Bill Gates and his wife Melinda Gates want to do that?
well, well,
They are computer people, not people that are part of the CDC and stuff.
yeah.
Like a lot of people, I see the memes talking about how coronavirus originated with people eating bats.
Yeah.
I don't really think it's bat soup that caused it, really, but it does make sense if it did, because if it was coming from bats, a lot more people would be infected.
Well, like I've heard like a bunch of things, like someone ate a bat and all that, and it spread like that. And then I've also heard that a guy in Boston, I know random ass place, but like someone in Boston, they created this like chemical to ruin like the whole world and all that, and like start a virus back in like the early '90s. And then people were saying that now that coronavirus is here, they think that's what happened.
Yeah. I saw something that was funny on Twitter. A person, Nick Hinton, tweeted a Dean Koontz novel written in 1981 predicted the outbreak of the coronavirus. And
Yeah.
there's a book, and the book's called The Eyes of Darkness. In the book,
Yeah.
there is a couple lines that a Chinese scientist, Li Chen, defected to the United States carrying a diskette record of China's most important and dangerous new biological weapon in a decade. They call the stuff Wuhan 400 because it was developed at their rDNA labs outside the city of Wuhan, and it was their
Yeah, I heard
400th
about that.
visible strain of the man-made organism created at the research center. And I find that so ironic because
Yeah.
it came out like from Wuhan with the Wuhan virus.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
everything, and it relates to that. I find it kind of funny, but it's not like coronavirus at all because the disease Wuhan 400, I think it had an 100% mortality rate. Hopefully that
Yeah.
doesn't happen with COVID, but I think it's only about 2%. Um,
I think the mortality rate for COVID is like,
it's really slim.
yeah, I think it's like 20% right now. But
Oh no, I don't think it's that high, is it? Yeah.
I have no idea,
Yeah.
but yeah.
But so this one, The Simpsons, um, The Simpsons, they keep predicting stuff about.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna bring up.
What do you think about them? Do you think they are like on the inside? They know everything. Are they Illuminati?
No, I've watched The Simpsons since I was like really little, but like no, I really don't think like they know the insides. Like they've guessed a lot of things, like some things that they've gotten wrong, but like most of the things that they've gotten right, like the Tom Hanks being isolated even though it's fake. But like there was that where he he was up in the, I think it was the Grand Canyons,
Mm-hmm.
and they were talking about like isolation and all that for like Tom Hanks was the character. But then they've also talked about like World War III being predicted, um, COVID-19 being predicted. There's a bunch of things that they predicted though, but I don't know. It's kind of like controversial because you think that they actually like knew the like they're on the inside of like whatever's happening, but it's like they don't really know. They're just taking a wild guess. Like, what do you think?
I find it really surprising actually because I've seen so many things and it just isn't the exact same thing. Like, I remember
Yeah.
there was a meme around when Trump was elected, where there was a picture in The Simpsons of Donald Trump going down an escalator after winning the election, and
Yeah.
that episode came out, I think, like 4 or 5 years before that, and
Yeah.
it showed a real life picture of Donald Trump in the same position going down the escalator with like the MAGA hat and everything, and I just thought it was funny how it was like put together so well and everything.
Like ironic.
Yeah, ironic. Like, it's kind of like the Pixar's theory, where like everything seems to link up. I
Yeah.
find it funny because like it's cool to see everything take place in like movies and the news. Um, I'm trying to think. Um, is there any like, well, do you believe in the Pixar theory that everything's connected? They know what's going to happen to the Earth and everything in the future years. Do you think that's real?
No, I really don't think that's real.
Yeah, no, I don't either. I've seen people talking about how Walt Disney is still alive, and I
Yeah.
think that's funny because Walt Disney would be like 100 and no, just 100 and like 10 years old or something. Um, but I do know they have his head preserved on ice because they want to see if they could bring him back to life sometime.
Yeah, I've heard a lot about
Yeah. Do
that.
you think that that will ever be a thing with like cryo freezing and then becoming a robot or a cyborg?
Um, I don't know. That's kind of a hard question though. Like, I think it could happen, but at the same time, I don't think it can happen because obviously they've been dead for like, well, whenever they decide to bring them back, like it would be hundreds, maybe even thousands of years from then. But um, yeah, I don't know. I really don't think it could actually happen.
Yeah, like there's a
What's
lot
that
of
noise in the background?
yeah. I'm sorry that that's a saw going off. I don't know what.
It sounded like a toy, like a helicopter or
Yeah,
like a dog toy.
yeah, it's really loud. I'm sorry about that if everyone
Nah,
else
it's
can
okay.
hear that. Um, but all right, so this is a kind of sensitive topic to some people, but Pearl Harbor.
Oh yeah,
Some people believe that was just the U.S. that did it, to provoke the big man himself in Germany, um, to
yeah.
kind of scare away the Japanese by making it staged and everything. What do you think about that? It's a sensitive topic.
I I don't know, to be honest. It depends on like what view you kind of look at, but like um, people thinking that it's like staged and all that, it kind of like it kind of does look like that, but it at the same time it really doesn't. Like the amount of people that died in it, like it's quite a large like amount of people, but I don't know. I really have no like personal views on it because like we really never learned about it because obviously we're Canadian. We
Yeah,
don't really learn about like American history because obviously this took place what 76, 78 years ago,
something
something
like
like
that.
that.
Yeah.
Did it happen in like 1941
Uh,
or 1942?
something in the 19. I think it was 1942, something like that.
I think it was 41, but yeah. Anyways, like it's kind of it depends on like what view you have on it because obviously people think that like the Americans set it up or something like that, even though like the Japanese had they they won obviously, but yeah, I don't know. It's depends.
Yeah. Okay. So, this one, oh, we've heard a lot. There's memes about it. Everyone jokes about it. But it's the Atlantean conspiracy. This one's also known as the Flat Earth conspiracy. The belief that the Earth is flat and not a sphere. Um,
We're not turning into Logan Paul. I swear to
I know.
God.
I hope you believe that it's like a sphere, not just a circle floating in space. What do you believe on that?
Well, I know the world is not flat. It may seem like that because obviously, if the world was not flat, everything would be kind of in a curve, like it would be curvature. But there's actually been like some scientific research behind it to where um, they've actually figured out that like going across the oceans and stuff like that, that the water actually is curved like towards land and all that, and that it is curved and not flat. So
Yep. I saw one video. Well, it was about how Galileo discovered how the Earth was a sphere. Uh, I
yeah,
think it was he put a like tall pole up in the sky and then went 500 kilometers in the same direction, and
yeah.
then put another pole up with a ruler at the end of it, and they measured, and at the same time of day, um, one of the shadows was exactly lined up, except it was smaller, pointing that the sun was
Yeah.
pointing down on it more than the other one that was 500 kilometers away.
But
Yeah.
you go.
Okay. Well, this next conspiracy is about the Beatles. Before the breakup of the Beatles,
Um, I don't know. Sorry for that little pause right there. I thought you were gonna keep talking. I was confused, but uh, no, I don't know. It's kind of in between. Like you can think that like it actually happened, or you can say like no, it never happened, or
yeah.
something like that.
Sorry about
No,
that. My phone was going
that's
off,
okay.
so I had to mute myself. Um,
That's okay.
I'll kind of tell more about it. The Beatles conspiracy was before the Beatles all broke up. There was a rumor going around that Paul was dead. Everyone at the time believed that. And the theory was that Paul had died in a car wreck in 1966, and it was said that someone was replaced. Well, Paul was replaced by someone who looked and sounded exactly like him, but they all thought that um, this person that was in was an angel or a demon or something, because they would be able to find clues and hear symbolic language in lyrics and sounds when played backward. And I thought it was kind of funny, um,
Yeah.
but supposedly some people take it really seriously. Um,
Yeah, I know a lot of people that take it seriously, but I'm just like, don't worry about it. Like,
yeah.
it's long gone.
Yeah. I got a few more conspiracies, and then we could talk about whatever for a bit and kind of explain
Yeah.
us to the viewers we'll have. Um, so there's this one about the chemtrails you see in the sky, like they appear, or it's just plain, like when you look up in the sky and there's just like a line of kind of clouds and stuff, the
Yeah.
chemtrails. Um, People believe that those chemtrails are actually just biological agents or chemicals that are being sprayed really high up in the sky to kind of infect and get people on the surface sick, so that they get sick to go buy medicine to increase productions to be healthy. People believe that chemtrails are for the government or big companies to get people sick. What do you think? Do you think that's really?
Um, I don't really know about that, but like I've heard like things where companies have put like certain chemicals on like their production boxes, like if you get like a Tylenol or something like that, and that like they would put like a chemical on it to get you sick, and then you'd be like, "Oh, I really need to take like a Tylenol or something like that." And you would take it to like increase production sales and all that. I've heard that, but I've never really heard of like what you were talking about. So, um I don't know. It could be possible, but at the same time, it couldn't because people would probably be aware of it and like they would probably just isolate themselves like right now. But
Yeah.
I don't know. It's kind of in between. You could think of one way or another.
Yeah, I find it kind of funny about the whole chemtrail thing. I would understand why people believe that, because even though it's just ice and water vapor, basically, it's kind of
Yeah.
strange to see so many of them. Um,
Yeah, I know what you mean.
so uh, there's another conspiracy. This one was kind of related to the moon landing. It's the Mars one. You said something about it.
Yeah.
So this one, it's basically a bunch of conspiracies. The craters on Mars are proof that NASA supposedly dropped nuclear bombs on Mars in order to eliminate and cover up all evidence of life on it. Do you think that's true? It's pretty wild and bizarre.
No, I don't think that's true. And to be honest, because I don't remember, because I've researched a lot about like nuking and all that, because there's been a lot of events that have happened from nukes and like atomic bombs and mass destruction and all that. But um, I don't think it would be possible to wipe out a whole lifeline of creatures or like human life on a different planet, because obviously Mars is a pretty big planet. Well, all the planets are pretty big, but I don't think it would be possible to do it because of how heavy an atomic bomb would weigh and like all of that. But in general, I don't think it would be possible for them to do it, because obviously atomic bombs cost a lot of money and so on. But yeah, I just don't think it would be possible.
Yeah. So okay. So a lot of people also believe that um, NASA is lying about the evidence of water found on Mars. Um, I don't remember them ever saying there wasn't, but
Yeah.
people are. Do you think there's water on Mars and that there's life on Mars even?
Um, I think there has to be at least some sort of life on every planet, because I don't know. I've always thought that there had to be at least one bit of life on like every planet, but I don't think there would be a possibility of having water on Mars. But even if you go down to the core um of any planet, there's water no matter what, because all the heat can contract into making vapor, and that can make water. So I think it could be possible that there's actually water on like every planet, but it's kind of difficult to think about that. I don't know.
Oh yeah. I find that the fact that you said that there might have there somewhat has to be life on every planet, or like you thought that there was. I find that really interesting because I also think that would make sense. Even if it's like
Yeah.
a microorganism, there's still life.
Yeah.
Um, for all we knew, before dinosaurs and everything, we were just like Mars, how Mars is today. Um,
Yeah.
that could be a wild conspiracy and such things about that, but a lot of people think that there is life on Mars, and humans are just trying to take it out so we could get more places to like put businesses and lives, and then have a bigger population.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I only have about one more conspiracy. So yeah, there's this
It's okay.
one. It's another U.S. one. It's called Plum Island. Plum Island is a research lab on the east coast of the United States that studies animal
Yeah.
diseases. A lot of conspiracy theorists believe that a variety of monstrosities and diseases like Lyme disease and the Montauk monster have escaped from this island. Lyme disease is the disease that ticks scary, and the Montauk
Yeah.
monster. Um, I'll put a picture on screen, but the Montauk monster um, was this kind of let me find the picture. The Montauk monster was kind of like this weird creature. It had four legs, um, had skin. It had hooves like a deer, but it had a
Yeah.
beak like a bird, and it had like piranha teeth.
Yeah.
a lot of people call it the Montauk Monster, um, and believe that it was off of Plum Island, and that uh, the Plum Island, all of it, is just a heavily protected lab that creates and makes monsters and different animals and different hybrids to try to make biological weapons. Um, do you think that there's a possibility that it's a real thing?
Um, I don't know, to be honest. It seems like it. Like I'm looking at a picture of it right now, and it it looks it looks really confusing. It's like the mixture of so many animals
Yeah,
into one animal.
yeah, like
But I don't know. It's difficult to kind of think about because uh, if one island could do that, it could easily spread around the whole globe and people would figure it out. But I don't know. It's kind of difficult. Oh,
I find it very very odd and weird,
yeah.
but also at the same time, I think it's really cool because I I like reading about all the mythological things and all that, and when I hear about um, like an island making monsters or hybrids, it kind of reminds me of a couple books and movies I've seen. Um,
Yeah.
and I kind of think if that happens, then it could kind of be like this movie or book or whatever, and it could kind of put things together and really freak people out.
Yeah, exactly.
That was the last conspiracy I really had up. Um,
It's okay.
you got a few of those, right? You wait. I only think you messed up with two.
I think it was the what was it?
The Illuminati and
Yeah,
I'm trying to think. The Illuminati and crap.
I think
The
it was
mind
just the
control.
Illuminati. Oh yeah, and the mind control one.
Yeah, that one was kind of neat to look at. Um,
Yeah.
yeah. So what do you plan on doing for the rest of quarantine?
Well, to be honest, the last 2 weeks since March break, I've been just sitting in this chair watching Family Guy and other like Netflix series, comedians, just shit like that. I don't know if. Well, yeah, I've already told you this, but I got a thing from Walmart saying that I got hired, but like I need to go through orientation and all that, and
Awesome.
uh, I I'm still waiting for the email from them for my orientation, and yeah. Uh, what do you plan on doing?
Well, first off, congrats.
Thanks, bro.
Because getting that first job's always awesome because then you have money to spend.
Well, it's not my first job, but yeah.
but like it's a job. You aren't working with your dad or anything.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Well, as soon as I'm able, like after the 14 days have gone by, I should be able to get back to work. If not, I'm going to just do what I have been, and I'm just going to be sitting here watching all the Sam Raimi Spider-Mans because those are the OG Spider-Man movies and they're great. And I'm also probably going to just play video games with friends and probably stream on Twitch.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Yeah, but I'm just saying as soon as schools like we get back to school, I already know we're going to get swamped with so much work.
Yeah, like the online work, like it's stupid because they don't count as credits for some reason.
Yeah.
Like we won't get like marks for it, and I kind of find that like ridiculous.
We don't.
but-
We won't get marks for them unless we go back to school. If we go back to school, then we will get the things all back, all together, and the teacher can mark them and then add them. And
Yeah.
one thing that I'm just annoyed with is if my math teacher, because we were supposed to have a test 2 days after the break. I'm gonna be so annoyed if she still has it for the second day after we're back. Because we've missed out. I don't even know how long it's been. Like, tomorrow's April. I remember, like, when was the start of March break? That was the 13th? Like, Friday
Yeah.
the 13th? Yeah. Wait, no.
Yeah.
Did we go to school on St. Patrick's Day?
I
think we
don't think so. Hold on, let me check. Yeah, I think it was Friday the 13th that we had our.
Yeah, so
Yeah, it was Friday the 13th.
we've been gone from school for almost about 2 weeks. This Friday, it's been 2 weeks. And we aren't even coming back April 4th, which.
We're supposed to be coming back in May, apparently.
May?
May 5th is.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
They said May 5th, but they don't know yet.
that's crazy. Like,
Yeah.
I feel bad for a lot of the kids that are in elementary school. Because
Oh, yeah.
it's not as bad as us. We're in high school. We know a lot of things. We are pretty much ready for the workplace. But kids in elementary school, if they're doing what they did in Alberta and Manitoba, pushing schools back till September, that's bad. Like, I feel bad for them.
Yeah. Well, I mainly feel bad for all the kids that are in grade 8 and grade 12 because they're supposed to be graduating this year.
Yeah.
And now their graduation will either will be pushed back
Or online.
or online, yeah.
Yeah, like
A Zoom graduation, that'd be funny.
yeah, like what was it? As I'm on tech support, we still have to do things outside of school. We were going to do a shooting for Your TV, the live TV company I do community work for every once in a while, and I was going to get 20 hours because I was going to work 2 days in a row doing live TV about coronavirus. And then, literally the day before we were about to do it, we got told, oh, school's canceled. So, it was an aggravating thing, but oh well, I guess this is a long break that everyone's been asking for.
Yeah.
I'm just really hoping that it doesn't cut into summer, because I love the sun. And if I'm without that, I'm gonna cry.
People are saying, like, we're going to be having summer school and all that, but I'm like, well, we need to, like, some people don't care about school. They're just like, fuck it, like, we're not going to go to school and all that. But for me, like, I care about school because, like, I want to get good grades because I actually want, like, a career and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I don't like school because of, like, just there's certain things of school I don't like in general. Like, I would rather do online in school than, like, in class, but at the same time, I like going into classes and all that.
I honestly like school for somewhat of the teaching, because I like being taught in person.
Yeah.
I love the social aspects of schools. Like, I like the idea of getting out of the house for about 6 or 7 hours of the day, depending if you stay after school or not, and you get to hang out with friends most of the time.
Yeah, like, some of the teachers at our school are actually, like, really sick.
Really sick as in cool, not sick as got corona.
Yeah. I was gonna say one of the teachers' names, but like I don't really know if we should.
Yeah, but I'm happy we have a class together this year, though.
Oh yeah, exactly. It's been since when did we have our last class?
Grade 10
last year.
semester, yeah.
Yeah, it was business.
Yeah, business was a good class.
Can't.
Yeah. But I'm trying to think. Well, I'm thinking about the next episode. What we could do then. If we get any visitors or guest speakers, we'll probably get them on, or we could probably do a Q&A or just another random episode like the one today.
Yeah.
Because I want,
Just so we can get some content.
yeah, because it's really hard pushing these out because it's kind of hard to talk for an hour straight and keep up with the subject matter we're talking about and stuff like
Yeah.
that. I'm really happy that we're going far with this one, and we're almost at the 1 hour mark. We just got
Yeah, we're at 51
yeah.
minutes right now.
Yeah, about 10 minutes left.
Yeah.
But I don't know what more to say.
Maybe next episode, if we don't have any guests or anything like that, we could do like an about ourselves and all that. Like talk about like how our lives are, like what we do for, like
a living,
yeah,
our real names
basically
too,
like
not just Swan and
oh yeah,
Electro, because that's going
yeah,
to be hard to
exactly.
say. But
Oh yeah.
if you have any questions you want to ask us, that we will put in the next episode, just put them down in the comments anywhere. I'm probably going to stream either tonight or tomorrow night from when this video comes out. So tonight will probably be April Fools, and then tomorrow night will be the day after April 1. It will be April 2. I love April 2. April 2 is my favorite day of the year, other than my birthday.
You know what I just thought of?
What?
What if the World Health Organization says April Fool's about coronavirus?
that would be evil. Just like, oh, your grandparents all died, but we have the cure. Just kidding, April Fools. That would be evil, man.
That would be fucking horrid.
Yeah, they definitely wouldn't be the World Health Organization if they did. They'd just probably be like your health organization, not ours. But
Our health organization.
yeah, but I also thought maybe sometime we could probably play a game or something together, see how that goes.
Oh
Probably
yeah.
do like a podcast while we're playing a game. So you
Oh yeah,
hear
exactly.
our try hard gamer sweat.
Oh yeah.
Playing while we do that. Soon I feel like we should be doing a video podcast too.
Yeah.
So you will see what's actually going on, other than the looping GIF that we have up on screen right now. It should be.
But we could also probably because we're at separate places right now due to us being quarantined. We'll probably have a podcast to where we're all in like the same place. We'll have a few other friends with us doing like the podcast, and like we'll just talk about some random stuff that you guys want us to talk about. So if you guys have any suggestions, just comment down below, and we'll answer any of the questions that you guys have for us. And yeah.
When we're all together, it will be better quality than this. Right now, we're only recording over Discord, and that's not the best audio. So yeah, we're going to be using mics and stuff, sit down real time, and everything's going to be pretty good. And I think it's going to be all perfect, all come together, and
Oh
yeah, good.
What we could also do is like we could talk about like stories that happened to all of us, like at school or something like that.
At school, in real life, stuff like that, you know.
Just stuff.
Yeah, just stuff. But anything else you want to add? Like any fun facts or something?
Um, I don't know,
Um,
to be honest.
let's see what Google has to say about anything. Hey Google,
Good almighty Google.
what's a random fact?
It says on Wikipedia that WD-40 stands for water displacement, 40th formula. That's because it took 40 attempts to get the product just right.
Wow, thank you, Google. That was pretty neat.
Hey Siri, name a fun fact.
Okay, I'll name it Fred. So funny.
My name is Siri. That's my whole name.
Wow, you're pathetic. That was
Yeah,
pathetic.
see, that's why Google's way better than Siri. Alright.
Yeah. Well, you have what, Huawei?
Huawei, yeah. I'm going to try to get a new phone because certain apps on here aren't really Huawei friendly.
Yeah.
Like Snapchat, for example, the display doesn't match up all the way because it has like bigger screen than
Yeah.
it tells the app what it has.
Well, you know what we could do next time?
But
So when we're talking about like stories that we have, we could talk about how your Instagram was hacked by a bunch of
we could talk about
Chinese people.
Yeah, that was funny. Yeah, that I'll definitely have to talk about because that my phone was bugging out for like months before that. Like
Yeah.
I would be randomly doing something, and then I check my gallery, and I just have a full-on color palette, like 30 photos of just colors. And then
Oh jeez.
it was funny because I screenshot it, and then like a month later, those screenshots were deleted. So it was just kind of like, huh, that's neat. Chinese spy phone, as they call it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's a good phone though. It's like a mix of Apple and Samsung.
Yeah.
But
Well, my
yeah, I think this is going to be the end of the podcast unless you have something else to say.
no, I have really nothing other to say besides if you like the video, hit the subscribe button down below and like the video and comment down below if you guys have any suggestions for me and Swanel to talk about on the next podcast. And if you guys want if you guys want a guest on the next podcast, we will try and contact some of our close friends to see if they want to join with us on the next episode of the podcast.
Or just give us a person that you'd like to talk to or ask questions about. We'll try our hardest to get them on.
Yeah.
We'll leave our information in the description below. If you want to
Yep.
do whatever, follow my Twitch or Instagram, feel free. I don't care.
Yeah, you can follow my Instagram too. Oh wait, you know how we were telling them that they'll figure out our real names? They're gonna figure out my real name after finding my Instagram.
Oh no. Well,
That's